Hello and thank you for joining us on the news at this hour. My name is Elizabeth Muchwang. The headlines. PDP's Atiku Abubakar may adopt Adeleke as Southwest leader amidst party crisis. Federal government lists boarding conditions for Kaduna-Abuja train passengers. Finance Ministry breaks silence on budget padding allegations. And on the foreign scene, Iran says it has proved that Western states were involved in recent protests.
Alive TV.
And now the news in detail. The presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, may have resolved to adopt the governor of Osun State, Ademola Adeleke, as the Southwest leader of the main opposition party due to the crisis in the party that has seen the governor of Oyo State, Seyi Makinde, who was the leader of the party in the region, withdraw from Atiku's campaign council. A highly placed chieftain of the party that spoke with the media said Atiku, who is not on good terms with the G5 governors, may soon dump Makinde as leader of the party in the southwest. The source disclosed that the PDP hierarchy, led by the national chairman of the party, Iyorchia Ayu, is in support of Atiku recognizing Adeleke as the leader of the southwest. According to the source, Atiku's camp regards Governor Adeleke as a ready and trusted ally of the PDP presidential candidate. The federal government has listed new conditions for passengers as the Abuja-Kaduna train service gets set for resumption within 7 days. The Minister of Transportation, Muazu Sambo, made this known to reporters on Sunday in Kaduna while inspecting and test-running the train route. Recall that the Nigerian Railway Corporation shut down the station following a terrorist attack on the train and the abduction of many passengers in March this year. However, speaking on the resumption of services along the Abuja-Kaduna corridor, Sambo said passengers would need to get new requirements for boarding the train. The minister said passengers would provide a phone number and a national identification number at the point of boarding. Sambo added that adults will pay for minors and will register for them, and an adult can only register for not more than 4 minors. President Muhammadu Buhari recently unveiled the redesigned Naira notes at the presidential villa in Abuja. The unveiling marked the first time in 19 years Nigeria will be redesigning its currency notes. Meanwhile, Nigerians have been reacting to the changes made. Our correspondent Adav Talib has the report.
On the 26th of October 2022, the CBN announced its decision to redesign the Naira notes, particularly to be redesigned at the 1,000 Naira, 500 Naira and 200 Naira notes. The landmark event of the unveiling of the newly redesigned Naira notes on the 23rd of November 2022 marks the first time in 19 years Nigeria will be redesigning its currency notes. Opinions have been flying around on this happening.
To me, I feel there are changes in life. Changes have to happen from time to time, our environment, everything that has to do in life. So probably if the change is going to be necessary, if it's going to add one way or the other to, how shall I put it, the rate of Naira, the increments of Naira rates in the global standing. Fine, God help us. I hope our leaders are able to be able to help us.
According to statistics, what we are seeing recently now, if you look the difference of the dollars as at last week, and ever since the new Naira note came out, there is a difference. It's dropping. And definitely before let's say once it starts, it's on 15 that they are going to unveil it totally. I believe things are going to be stable. I believe so. I hope so. So it doesn't matter whether there is no big difference in terms of the design or not. What matters is that the money is the accepted one, and you cannot use the old one with time. That is the major thing. So we should stop complaining about the design. It doesn't matter. It's not design that will reduce hardship. It's not design that will make the Naira to be higher than dollar or what. No.
With the unveiling of the new notes, which began circulating on the 23rd of November, the CBN has said that it is now more determined to make Nigeria a cashless economy a reality, while also adding that the redesigning is not targeted at anyone. Some Nigerians believe that this will help prevent hoarding and laundering of illicit funds in the country.
On this issue of the new currency, I felt the economic impact is to control inflation. If you look currently, the high rate of inflation is very, very high. Every day the dollar keep increasing against the naira. With this, there shall be what? Withdrawal of currencies. And when currencies are being withheld, it's an impact in the economy to control inflation.
At the unveiling ceremony, the president explained that this will help the country address the issue of illicit financial infractions, corruption, improve the nation's economy, as well as ensure the advancement of the value of the naira.
What I have to say about the new naira notes, I prefer the old ones, honestly. I thought they were going to reduce the size, but have you seen the mint 500 naira, the old one? It's beautiful. Even the 200 naira is beautiful as well. And it's celebration period, so I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, it doesn't help the economy in any way. Does it add value to the naira? No, it does not. So what's the point of? They basically just wash the ink out of it. That's the difference I see in it. Yeah, I still prefer the old one.
President Muhammadu Buhari appealed to Nigerians and urged them to embrace the new policy to redesign the naira. Adav Talibata, Alive News.
The Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, has distanced her ministry from the claims of budget padding. Ahmed spoke on the allegation of budget padding, saying the funds in question were wrongly captured in the budget estimates submitted to the National Assembly. The minister expressed the commitment of President Muhammadu Buhari's administration to be transparent in budget processing. Recall that the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management alleged that 206 billion naira in its budget was without its knowledge. The special advisor to the Minister on Media and Communications, Yunusa Tanko Abdullahi, in a statement released on Monday, insisted that the funds in questions were only wrongly captured in the budget estimates submitted to the National Assembly. According to Abdullahi, the proposed 2023 budget for each ministry was circulated for review and feedback before the Federal Executive Council reviewed it and was submitted to the National Assembly by President Buhari. On the foreign scene, Iran has proof that Western nations were involved in protests that have swept the country, the Foreign Ministry said on Monday. The protests, sparked by the death of 22-year-old Kurdish Iranian woman Masha Amini after her arrest for inappropriate attire, pose one of the strongest challenges to the country's clerical establishment since the 1979 Islamic Revolution, according to reports. According to the ministry spokesman Nasser Kanani, they have specific information proving that the U.S., Western countries, and some of the American allies have had a role in the recent protests. In sports news, former Chelsea and England teammates John Terry and Wayne Bridge are reportedly staying in the same hotel in Qatar. Recall that the ex-Chelsea stars were both involved in one of the biggest scandals in the year 2009. It was reported that Terry has been involved in a romantic relationship with Bridges' then-partner Vanessa Purancel in 2009. However, after the article was published, Bridges' ex-partner questioned the accuracy of the claim, which prompted the media to apologize. The hotness of the news sparked a lot of emotions from Bridge, who refused to shake John Terry in Chelsea's tie against Manchester City in 2010. Reports state that both defenders are staying at the same Fairmont Hotel in Qatar's newest Lusail neighborhood of Doha. And in entertainment news, many Nigerians are yet to get over the classy wedding of veteran Nollywood actress Rita Dominic and her husband Fidelis Anosike. It was earlier reported that Rita and Fidelis over the weekend hosted friends, families and colleagues for their wedding in North Yorkshire, England. The event was no doubt a memorable one, from the glowing bride being led into the church, her little bride, and after the church service with the bridal train. And with that, we've come to the end of the news at this hour. But before we go, here's a recap of the headlines. PDP's Atiku Abubakar may adopt Adeleke as Southwest leader amidst party crisis. Federal government lists boarding conditions for Kaduna-Abuja train passengers. Finance Ministry breaks silence on budget padding allegations. And on the foreign scene, Iran says it has proved that Western states were involved in recent protests. Thank you for watching, and once again, I am Elizabeth Mutfran. Do have a great day.
Alive TV.